You are welcome to the Messiah channel. We focus on end time events. For those of you who are watching our channel, it's a serious channel. We are not joking, we are not playing. We are telling you the prophetic events that are unfolding. Remind you that the final trumpet of heaven has already sounded based on a vision that I had in 2013. In that vision, I was looking at my back. Somebody was behind me, and as I looked behind to see who was behind my back, I saw a man, and the man was wearing a white apparel, and he told me, "You must look for the angel who sounded the seventh trumpet." Okay, so I know by discernment that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. And today our topic or message is Pax Americana. The empire will fall and the Messiah kingdom will rise. Pax Americana. The American empire is over. Political scientists talk about Pax Britannica. And when the British Empire fell, the British politicians were saying that the British Empire cannot set. It will rise, it will not fall. Britain colonized so many people, and under the unction of pride, they instigated the Suez Canal crisis, and it led to their weakening, and their colonies got their independence, beginning with Ghana 1957. The Suez Canal crisis, I believe 1956. Ghana got independence 1957. After Second World War, the United States became the hegemonic power in the world, but prophecy must be fulfilled. The prophecy in Daniel 2:44 says that all kingdoms in this world will fall, and the kingdom is coming that will crush all these kingdoms, and that is the kingdom of the Messiah. At the time of making this video, we are singing a requiem mass. We are preparing the eulogy. We are preparing the obituary of the United States, and so that's why my title is Pax Americana. And Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and China, they've joined an economic alliance, currency alliance. They will trade among themselves in their nation's currency. Saudi Arabia is an economic powerhouse in the Middle East. Brazil is an economic powerhouse in Latin America, a great exporter, a big nation. And China is a leading manufacturer. China is a leader in artificial intelligence. China has both hard power and soft power. They have advanced militarily through a peasant revolution. They have revolutionized everything in the world and controlling supply chains. And America is indebted to China. And now Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and China are forming an economic alliance. And where is America? Pax Americana. Post America. after America. Americans are talking about the Bill of Rights. They say the Bill of Rights is now lost. They are saying the Americans are losing their rights. And this is happening at the time that murder is increasing in the United States. And the recent shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, a transgender shot teachers and students. And I was watching a video where I saw teachers in America beginning to take guns to school to protect themselves, so nowhere is safe. America, as an imperial power, as a hegemonic power, is overstretching herself. In international politics, we talk it imperial overstretching. When you stretch yourself so far, you fall. The United States has so many military bases over the world, over 800 military bases over the world. Imperial overstretching. The United States is supporting a proxy war in Ukraine, imperial overstretching, and now they are talking about a war with China, and they have a date, 2025. They are saying that the US is preparing for war with China beginning 2025. I'm not saying it will come 2025 or not, but both sides are preparing for war. China is also preparing for war. China prepared for this war a long time ago because under the Maoist political doctrine, the socialist China is destined to fight a war with the United States before 100 years anniversary of the coming into statehood. Talking about the Chinese Revolution 1949, the Chinese have long prepared for a war against the West, particularly in the United States, and to overtake the West. The military war has not started, but economically, the war has started, and I believe China has overtaken the United States in some areas, including manufacturing. And China is controlling supply chains, controlling even pharmaceutical supplies to the United States. And now China is preparing to take Taiwan, and by direct implication take on the United States. And China is telling her nation to prepare for war with the United States. Pax Americana. Can United States fight China at the same time fighting Ukraine or fighting Russia in Ukraine? Is US overstretching herself? This is imperial overstretching. And they are talking about de-dollarization. De-dollarization. Gone are the days where the dollar controlled the world, but now, at the time of making this video, there's a threat that the dollar will be, they will, I don't know what the term to use, they will ditch the dollar. The Chinese will ditch it, the Brazilians, the Russians, even some African nations are contemplating doing that. And when we talk about de-dollarization, you're talking about undoing the petrodollar politics, petrodollar diplomacy. In short, We are living in the time of Pax Americana, and you shouldn't be surprised because the end of the world is at hand. A prophecy has to be fulfilled. America has to fall politically and economically, and there's a convergence of events. And the latest one is the indictment of Donald J. Trump. It's too early to see the socio-economic, political, military implications of the indictment and what it will mean for America's power and America's standing in the world, and also America's socio-cultural stability. We are watching nice things because the world is not in an anarchy, if you're looking at it prophetically, because things are converging and fulfilling prophecy. And for those who are watching and those who are children of God, obeying the commandments of God and watching for the coming of the Messiah, repenting of their sins and changing their lifestyles, not conforming to this world, you will be very happy because prophecy is being fulfilled. Empires are falling. The Roman Empire fell, Babylon fell, Assyria Empire fell, the Songhai Empire, the Ghana Empire, the Mali Empire, they fell. Oh, and even Britain fell. And even Portugal fell. And at the time, Portugal became like a third world country. There was a coup d'etat in Portugal. And Britain fell. Rome fell. And Rome was even destitute to the point that Rome was relying on mercenaries to fight wars for her. So we are living in a time of Pax Americana. For those who are watching America very critically. I remember a vision I had, and two young African American teenagers were doing a quiz. They were asking me questions. When will Babylon fall? I didn't know the answer. And one of the two young African Americans told me, go and read the book of Timothy. When I read the book of Timothy, I talked to a pastor friend of mine and I asked him, does the book of Timothy talks about the end times? He said yes, because in the book of Timothy, the prophecy is that in the end times, there will be perilous times. And I believe that America, the strongest power in the world, is living in a perilous time. They cannot even define what gender is. They cannot define what a woman is. And for the first time in their history, a former president has been indicted. And people are talking about erosion of the Bill of Rights. The president himself, the former president, is talking about death and destruction. But don't be surprised, because the final trumpet of heaven has sounded, and these events must happen for those who are watching to repent and accept the kingdom of the Messiah that is coming. Whoever said the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish, that person is a liar. There's no government that will not fall. Rome fell, Britain fell, Assyria fell. Will America fall? Yes. How soon? Let's watch and pray. Thank you for watching this message.